All right, what's up, family? Peace and blessings. This video you're about to watch is the strangest video you're ever about to see. And before I play you guys a clip, I want to add some context. So the video that I made about this disease X a couple of days ago, a lot of people caught on to it. It says there's a date, January 17, 2024. Made that video a couple of days ago before the 17th. And a lot of people are wondering why it says that date there. And this video I'm about to show you correlates to that date. And this is from Wall Street Silver on Twitter. It says a new Chinese COVID virus, disease X, with a 100% rate of death within 7 days was just released by a witch doctor coughing on her victims. Guys, this is the weirdest thing you're about to see. So this was, when you see that date, January 17th, this is what took place. But play this video. All right, just a quick disclaimer. This is the weirdest thing you're about to see. This is a witch doctor. I mean, this simulation, guys, is getting weirder and weirder.
Chaya no Kamahu Anuri, no Kamai, no Kawaka, na Anuri, no Yuyua, Nawahon Shinavu Punk and Tushina Shavawaki, Shinamu Kikirani, Tsai Shavakirani, Tsai Makikirani. Awama Wanana, no Mahonu, why should I?
Look what she's doing. Like, what's going on, guys? What's going on? Is she anointing them? I don't know, guys. Let me know. All right, like I've always told you guys, the elites are always 10 steps ahead of the general public. All right, this video you're about to see, it's funny because I'm gonna play it and I'm gonna correlate it to a Bible verse. Let's play it real quick.
I'm excavating. It's going down. Y'all know how I love real estate, and I usually like to build and go up. We going underground now. One time for all my doomsday preppers. Elon Musk, I see you. I saw your ground plans. I'm impressed, but guess what? My bunker gonna have a garage. My bunker gonna have wings. Huh? Yeah, we breaking ground. Huge excavations. You gotta have your fluids. I got a water maker, a machine that makes water out of H2O. I got a water maker. We got our canned goods. So if you're thinking the brothers ain't ready.
All right, so you got Rick Ross getting ready for the doomsday. You got Mark Zuckerberg, building up a 100 million underground home in Hawaii. You got Elon Musk try to SpaceX to Mars, to a different planet. It reminds me of this Bible verse, man, right here in Revelation chapter 6, verse 15 to 17. It says, and the kings of the earth, and the great man, and the rich man, and the chief captains, and the mighty man, and every bondman, and every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains. Okay, people building underground bunkers and all that, right? And said to the mountains and the rocks, fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of the wrath has come, and who shall be able to stand? So people are trying to escape God's judgment. It's not going to end well, okay? No matter how much money you have to build the doomsday preppers and all that type of stuff. Listen, guys, if you're not right with the Most High, all that is in vain, okay? There's even a Bible verse that says that the Lord built not this house, then it's in vain. And, also reminds me of another verse. A lot of people were saying that, because I was saying in my last video, how disease X, like these are all just plagues from God. And people were like, there's no way that doesn't come from God. That's evil. God doesn't create evil. And it just lets me know that a lot of people, like, they don't read their Bible. They just go to church on Sundays, maybe, pray a couple of times and this and that. These people don't read the Bible. A lot of people were saying that. I'm going to prove to you with the scriptures that prove that God is in control of it all. Okay, this is just one of the verse. Isaiah chapter 45:7 says, I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. So yes, guys, what you're seeing with disease X, Lovid, blah, 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 and the many plagues to come, this is all judgment from the Most High God. Okay, it talks about this in Genesis chapter 15, verse 13 to 15. So there's really no, I'm not going to prepare for the doomsday. Like, I'm right with the Most High. If anything, I'm going to prepare spiritually. You know, what I need to prepare for, the Most High has me, you know. Now, don't get it wrong. Like, if you're led to buy land and build your own crops and gardens and get RVs and, you know, things of that nature, I'm not against that. But personally, for me, I'm not living in fear. You know, I don't need to do any of that, anything. And you shouldn't either. You don't have to do any of that. Now, if you want to do that because you want to do that, because you want to get away from the grid, get away from the matrix, and that's cool. But if you're doing it solely out of fear, that's just a waste of time. All right, another verse that proves, guys, that this is all coming from God. Okay, Revelation chapter 15, verse 1 says, "And I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues. For them is filled up with the wrath of God." So yes, God does allow the angels to plague the nations, okay? When people call it the Chinese virus or all these things, guys, that's all carnal, okay? What's really taking place is God is judging. And yes, he's going to use his angels. You know, a lot of people talk about demons this, demons that. And, you know, yes, God could use demons to bring the demons in your life to judge you too as well. He also could bring the heavenly angels to, you know, plague the nations, those who are not living right with God, thinking that they could build these doomsday $100 million. I mean, look what happened to Hawaii. Well, all those people in Maui, which, you know, didn't really get much news coverage, you know, with all the money Mark Zuckerberg has, you know, he could be helping those people out rebuilding Maui. But no, he's preparing to escape from the wrath of God, which he won't. No one's going to escape from God's judgment, man. It's better to get right with God now than to do all the unnecessary stuff. Like, to me, that's just a waste. That's just a waste, man. All right, like I was saying earlier, guys, the simulation is getting so weird, and it's crazy because people are still not going to wake up. Some people, guys, are just not going to wake up. The strong delusion is on them. They don't care. And so what the video I'm about to share with you right now, guys, remember, disease X is not even, you know, well, I guess it's in the lab now, but it's not really out in America right now. And they already came up with this. Isn't that, this is weird, bro. This is weird. This is weird times we're living in. Okay. I warned people not to get this, and they striked me on YouTube multiple times. So I'm not going to give out no medical information. If you guys want to go get it, go ahead. I'm not getting it, and I don't advise no one to get it. But at the end of the day, I'm not giving medical information. You do what you want to do. Personally, this makes no sense how they already have the solution to the problem that they're going to create. Remember, guys, what happened in 2020 and 2021? The election was rigged. They had to use, you know, they had to use a psyop. They had to have a scapegoat. And, you know, the lockdown, blah, blah, blah. It's funny how this is coming up again, right, during, you know, the election time. So it's just very strange. And I actually just saw a video of Donald Trump. He's saying that if he gets elected, he's not going to allow the CBDC digital currency, which I told you guys is tied to the mark of the beast. I'll play that clip in a bit. But I'm going to just share a little bit of this clip just so you guys can see the madness of this world we're in, man.
The British government has unveiled a new vaccine research facility where scientists are working to prevent future pandemics. It's located at Portendown, a high-security research facility best known for its work on chemical warfare. Experts are preparing for what is known as Disease X, or the next pandemic virus. Our health correspondent Dominic Hughes was given rare access to the facility.
The delicate task of...
Also, hold up. Guys, let me know. You could be honest. I won't judge you, nothing like that. If this disease does get crazy, and if it is worse than, you know, Lovid, right? Are you going to get this? Are you going to get it? Yes or no? Let me know in the comments. I'm not going to judge you if you say you are, if you're not. I'm just curious to see how the mindsets are in people. I'm just curious.
Protecting the nation's health. This is one of the laboratories at Portendown where scientists are analysing current threats, new variants of COVID, for example, and trying to identify new ones. Inside these purpose-built labs, more than 200 scientists working for the UK Health Security Agency are helping to develop and test vaccines against a range of diseases. It's vital work to keep us all safe.
We've got, in many respects, the toughest job in the world, which is to protect health against infectious diseases and environmental hazards. And it is tough because we know that the risks of new and emerging infections, including those of pandemic potential, is increasing.
For decades, scientists at Portendown have been involved in medical research, as well as the work on chemical and biological warfare, for which the centre is perhaps better known. During the pandemic, laboratories like this one played an absolutely vital role in assessing how effective the vaccines were in combating the coronavirus, and that work continues today. But as well as monitoring how effective existing vaccines are against new COVID variants, the new Vaccine Development and Evaluation Centre is looking at emerging threats for which no vaccine yet exists. One of those is Crimean Congo hemorrhagic fever, a virus that is spread by the bite of an infected tick and is fatal in about 30% of cases. A serious outbreak occurred in Afghanistan in 2017, but the disease is widespread across Africa, Asia.
All right, I found this very interesting because, you know, like I told you guys, the CBDC is going to be tied to the mark of the beast, and Trump is speaking on it. So I'm pretty sure him and the elites, they already know what the plan is for the CBDCs. That's the end goal. Agenda 2030, that's when they want to roll out pretty much the mark of the beast. So right now we're going to be seeing a lot of programming for it. And anyways, let's see what he has to say.
Tonight, I'm also making another promise to protect Americans from government tyranny. As your president, I will never allow the creation of a central bank digital currency. Do you know about that? Tonight, I'm also making another promise to protect Americans from government tyranny. As your president, I will never allow the creation of a central bank digital currency. Do you know about that?
Now, I like Trump's politics, but this is the same guy who was pushing this. Okay, this is the same guy who told you to put a mask on. This is the same guy who shut down the economy. So you can't put your trust in none of these people. Now, I hope that he gets elected so that he doesn't push that out. But at the same time, these people can't be trusted. Okay, there's also another Bible verse I want to end this off with. All right, Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 5-7 says, "Thus said the Lord, cursed be the man that trust in man, and make flesh his arm, and whose heart depart from the Lord. For he shall be like the heat in the desert, and shall not see when good come, but shall inhabit the perished places in the wilderness, in a salt land, and not inhabit it. Blessed is a man that trusts in the Lord, and whose hope the Lord is." Okay, so when you put your trust under these politicians, you're putting yourself under a curse, okay? None of them can be trusted, guys. None of them, okay? I know a lot of people, especially the Christians, they like Trump. Some of them don't like him. Whatever the case may be, they can't be trusted, okay? They're all going to be correlated and pushing the mark of the beast. Remember, the same guy who's telling you he wants to ban CBDC was the same one telling you to get this, the same one who locked down the country, et cetera, et cetera. When he was in office, the LG was still being pushed, okay? So just, you know, with this video, the summary of this video, guys, with this whole disease X thing, don't be surprised if it comes in 2024. Don't be surprised if they lock down, you know, the world again in March or in April, April, whenever it was. Don't be surprised if you have to put a mask on. Don't be surprised if this is mandatory. Just don't be surprised, guys. Just like I was telling people in 2019 and 2020, don't be surprised. Everything I'm saying now is like a simulation. Now I'm just repeating myself. It's just another name to it. First it was Lovid. Now it's disease X. I mean, the simulation is getting so weird, but it's getting obvious. It's getting very predictable. The elites are getting very predictable. And like I said, they're 10 steps ahead of the sheep. They're 10 steps ahead of the you know, majority of the human population. But when you're a seer, when you can see the things that come, you know, you have to expose it. You have to let people know ahead of time. So like I said, guys, I hope you guys don't get this. I hope you guys don't fall for the manipulation. I hope you guys don't fall for the fear tactics. I hope we don't fall for the confusion, okay, and the worry, the doubt. I hope not, guys. A lot of people, guys, in the last pandemic, a lot of people found God during the pandemic, okay? Always in a bad situation, there's always good, okay? So if you are fearful, I would recommend you start meditating on the Bible. You know, God doesn't give you a spirit of fear. Start praying. Start spirit checking. And like I said, guys, you just want to get right with God. That's the most important thing to do in these last days, because being led by fear is just low vibrational. It's going to keep you down, man. But anyways, I hope you guys got blessed by this message. If you made it this far, like the video. Just share this video too. Share this, guys. They might take this down. I don't know. Okay, they took down a lot of my videos back in 2020 when I was talking about Lovid. All right, but yeah, like, subscribe, share, do what you got to do. Comment below too. I'm out. Peace.